Hey guys, this is xSpherexX to the RKO Knockout here with a great supercast. I got 3 StarCraft 2 players that are amazing. One of them's a Grandmaster, one of them's a Master, and the other one's gonna be a Master eventually. And here's my 3 casters.
What's up? This
What's
is
up,
Simply
everybody?
Silver Gosu, keeping it real.
Go for it, dude. I'm sorry, that's
Hey,
Gosu.
what's happening? This is Tyrranis.
Beast, dude.
What's up, everybody? This is IMImba's Futs.
Yeah, and these 3 guys are gonna help me cast. I'm sorry there was a little interruption. It's just we don't know who's gonna go first. It's just gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna be a vicious attack.
Oh, all right.
So Imba. So Imba.
So let's see here. Gosu, if you can tell me what's going on.
Lead the
there.
way.
Let me know what's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, so right now you can see getting around, trying to get around the map, get a little bit of visibility going on, get onto the expansion, see where my Zerg player's at. Obviously, I'm looking for the 6 pool. For the time being, look at that perfect chrono timing. Doing a pretty standard build. I'm going to come up here and wall off and be still looking for that Zerg opponent who's doing the same thing for me. We both scouted around counterclockwise.
All right, and Imbo, give me your point of view of what's going on right now in the game.
Alright, so over now, the Zerg's just macroing up with his Lings, probably going to go for a 15 hatch. We see the Probe Scout going to go scout the Zerg right now. If he sees a 15 hatch, it's a wise decision to probably go for cannons, which, I don't know. Yeah.
All right, guys, that sounds pretty interesting. And I'm sorry about the random messages I'm getting on my screen right now. That's just more people that want to join the casting. But this thing is just getting out of control. Tyrranis, can you tell us what's going on here on the Zerg side?
On the Zerg side, I mean, he's obviously going for the early expansion. He just put his pool down. What's interesting here is actually our Protoss player went to the Forge, and as I'm not the most advanced 1v1 player. With a long map like this, what are your thoughts? Why are you trying to go for the Forge here? That's my real question. I mean, this is the learning expansion, learning
expansion
for me as well as
It's a learning expansion.
a learning expansion, a learning experience. There we go. For me as well. Okay. All right.
Well,
I see he's cannoning.
So the big reason I'm going for a Forge.
Yeah, we have the player in
The big
here,
reason
Chris.
I'm going for a Forge right now is so that I can be able to put pressure on his hatchery. He doesn't have visibility of that pylon before his building pops, so he can't actually see that I have anything down. And then my end state goal was actually to be able to put enough cannons back here. If I got 4 cannons down, he wouldn't be able to take it out with Zerglings. So I'd pylon it off, get 4 cannons in the back, and he wouldn't be able to get that down. You can see my amazing micro down here as I'm chasing this fucking drone around in circles because I'm not really paying attention. Bloating minerals way out of control. At this point, I should really be able to get cannons down in a relatively good amount of time, still be able to wall off, and only have a slight delay really on my build. It shouldn't be, hugely out of proportion the way that it is right now. You can see with how many minerals I'm floating, I should have obviously had the having that wall off and seeing that he's not doing anything in his base, outside of trying to deal with the all the stuff that I just dropped down here. I should have actually dropped an earlier cyber to be able to push forward on that 4-gate.
And Imba, what do you think about that push that he described right now? Oh, Imba's AFK right now. That's fine, dude.
He's AFK.
Yeah, he AFK'd.
Okay. So are you gonna do like a kind of a 4-gate, a bit later timing on that, and just keep pushing from there?
That's pretty much what I was planning on. A little bit later on, I kind of just, gut instinct changed my mind. I saw, well, we'll talk about that when the time comes. But you can see for the time being, he's not really doing any kind of micro at all. I don't know what he's doing with these Zerglings and Queens down here outside of the base. But if you look at his at the production tab, he is getting a Roach Warren down. He is still going for that metabolic boost on his Zerglings. I mean, everything else for him would be a pretty standard one-base build, except for that it's late. He doesn't have a macro hatchery. There's some obvious flaws in it, but same thing. You look at my base, you see, okay, so I have a Protoss opponent. Where should he be at the 6-minute mark? 27 seconds through warp gate research is not typically where you would expect him to be. Right.
Right.
Did you guys see that that beast?
But because you slowed him down, that shouldn't affect you at all. I mean,
Right.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
now
What's going on?
Did you see that beast move he did? Like with the right when you killed his hatchery, he tried to micro the broodlings around the geezer there, and he was trying to get a surround on your photon cannon. That was just epic.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, actually. Yeah.
Oh, you noticed that when it happened at the moment?
So it looks like Lazor's getting ready to make a push. He comes down with what's he got?
Yeah.
6 roaches, a
He's got
handful
some
of
roaches
wings,
and
and if I'm not
queens.
mistaken, he actually ends up bringing a queen down with him. So he doesn't push all at the same time,
I mean,
and he only brings 1 queen. He's really fighting off a creep here. He could have dropped a creep tumor to be able to get that down. Not sure why he went
Right.
for the 1 pylon first when the other pylon was still covering
Yeah,
both
I don't-
cannons.
I don't
kinda
think he saw
specifically
it,
by
though.
putting-
right. His
you see
his
here-
roaches are retarded. His roaches don't want to do anything. I mean, they're just stuck there. Roaches are almost the equivalent of dragoons in StarCraft 1. You put them in a
Oh,
small
that was
space and they
terrible.
just don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah,
That was bad.
so-
Like he should have smashed that. And because I was about to ask, do you think the dedication of pylon and minerals, or minerals from the pylons and cannons there, was worth it? I mean, you got the hatch, which is 300. So
Yeah, they're like
Right.
the Central American wombat. They just fly pointlessly.
I mean,
Um,
it seems to be working. He's probably going to try. He has enough minerals. He's going to re-expand, obviously.
I
And so
invested
are you
500
looking-
minerals.
Oh, you expanded. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
ahead
I
right now.
invested 500 minerals. He lost 1,200 in units. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
that's
as far
right.
as-
Drones and all. That makes sense.
right. As far as that goes, that was obviously worth the return. Now, my macro slipping, you can obviously tell, I'm trying to pick back up. I ended up, dropping I dropped that
Right.
robo late, even though I already had a forge up. It's just it's a weird build. I'm kind of feeling it out as I go. There's not really a whole lot of structure to it. I'm just kind of trying to make
Right.
sure that I'm spending my money, I don't supply block myself, and I'm able to continually move forward to push into that mid to late game.
Yeah.
Always trying to be
Right.
mindful of that.
Yeah, as you guys can see right now, Gosu does have a whooping 14 kills versus 2, and he is pretty far ahead right now with this expansion about to finish. And a 2-base expansion Protoss is a lot more deadlier than a 2-base Zerg. So the Zerg player
Oh,
is falling
he's-
behind right now. He looks like he's going for an all-in though with that roach push.
I was actually getting a
getting-
bit greedy
he's
here.
getting an
I was aware of
ambush.
it when I did this expansion. I definitely could have waited to be able to do this longer. Either gone 1 base Colossus or something that I knew was safer. Seeing more roaches, trying to get some immortals out. Doing something so that I had more of a wall. But I felt like at this point I was secure
Right.
enough to be able to expand without really having a lot of repercussion. I did actually have my
Exactly.
sentries in back on purpose here. This wall isn't complete, but I had enough units down here to where I didn't think they'd be able to run through it. And my sentries I thought would be able to wall off between my nexus, and that back is blocked by that pylon. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of SimCity here. It's not fully walled off yet, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would have
Right.
recommended walling off by the ramp, because that way you force him to climb up the ramp and he has no vision, and then you can kind of snipe him. But this is still a good wall off nonetheless.
Right.
Right.
And I mean,
Now, if I were to get mainly
45
busted, there is the villain.
probes to 27 drones.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, you have 47 probes to 20, 30, drones here. I mean, you're way ahead in this game. So what is your idea on how you want to finish this? Are you just going to go for the mass Protoss army here, or... Well, it looks like, this might be the finishing move here.
Every
know.
every game that I come into,
There's not
I
much
come
time
into with the
left.
same mindset. I don't ever come into a game with the mindset of I'm going to win this in 6 minutes. I'm going to do an all in. I'm going to win this in 15 minutes. I'm going to do a 1
Right.
base all in. Like it's never a very
Right.
short term strategy. I always have the plan to be able to push continually throughout the game to be able to regenerate armies, to play more of a macro style game instead of trying to commit to anything too
Okay.
immediately. Now you can see here I did lose that stalker. Oh, go me.
There's a little bit of lag
Mhm.
here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's my connection or...
What is this guy doing? I mean, straight up, I don't know.
He's roach pushing.
Maybe he just can't calculate units, but he couldn't take you there. It was obvious. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
he should have pulled back, honestly. Threw down some spine crawlers way earlier than that. He needs to be
Yeah,
scouting
why
the
he
map
doesn't
with those
already have
lings. What are they
spine crawlers at
doing?
this point?
They're just sitting there. They're not doing anything. I mean, lings
He
are
also-
units that you have to constantly be moving.
And there's the most nerd rage move in the game, force fielding off the ramp.
The
The nerd rage in
just-
play.
ended the lives of so many StarCraft players.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
I was
left the
actually
game. Not
trying
even
to
a
break up this
GG.
line right
No
there.
respect.
yeah,
Yep.
man, that was sick, dude. I like that Gosu. Oh my God! And
Nice.
there's the no GG, and this game has ended with
No
a
GG.
rage quitter. Everybody
No respect.
Everybody report
Hey,
this guy right now.
What do you know, Zerg? Your rage quits? That's weird. I feel like we should be doing some trend analysis here.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, just make sure to check out more of my videos. This was an awesome supercast, and thank you guys for coming here to assist me with this. Appreciate it.